To find out which of our portable speakers is best, we thought, let's start by testing them in a real-world environment. You know, the sort of place you'd use a portable speaker. Like a good old-fashioned British picnic, complete with overcast, drizzly weather.
The grass is wet.
I know the grass is wet. I can feel it through my socks.
And a plate full of pork pies.
I brought along the big cheese, the Sonos Roam, which boasts precision-engineered sound in a pocket-sized package.
And I've got a speaker costing peanuts in comparison, the Tribit StormBox boasting very similar specs.
How can we have a tech spec top trumps?
I like it. What does the winner get?
Pork pies.
I'm in. Round one, cost.
Oh, cheap shot.
Thank you.
OK, the Sonos is 179 quid.
Under 60 quid for the Tribit.
Mine is pocket-sized, and it weighs only 430 grams.
Yeah, all right, granted, I'd need larger pockets to carry this at 570 grams, but it's still portable, and I've got the carry handle. Look.
But I think you'll find that's a pork pie to me.
And it doesn't stop there, Otis. My Sonos has a rather impressive battery, too.
The Sonos can be charged wirelessly and has got a battery life up to 10 hours.
The StormBox cannot be charged wirelessly, but it does have a battery life of up to 20 hours.
Damn it. All right, then, let's talk durability. My Sonos is water and dust proof.
My Tribit is waterproof to the same rating as yours. But keep your crumbs away because it has no dust proofing at all.
Which means another pork pie pour moi. Let's talk connectivity. The Sonos has got Bluetooth, of course, but you can use it to pair two speakers together.
I compare two Tribits together.
Yeah, but this has also got Wi-Fi, which means you can group a whole load of these speakers together that you can then control with Alexa or Google Assistant. The taste of victory.
But picnics aren't just about specs, Craig. They're about tunes. So let's see how our speakers sound. With 80% of the music we listen to coming from streaming services, that's exactly what we'll be using to compare our speakers' audio performance. And first up is my Tribit.
And I'll press play.
Ooh,
yeah?
sounds all right.
That's not bad. And I can enhance the bass by pressing that. Now, that's a decent enough sound. I mean, it's fairly rounded. I can sense the bass, and the balance of that is nice.
There's no doubt about it. For a speaker that's less than 60 quid, that's an excellent speaker. OK, let's listen to mine, shall we?
Oh.
That just sounds better.
It does sound better.
And just clearer.
And I would expect that if I'm paying around 180 quid for a speaker.
In fact, I reckon it's a Scotch egg for me.
How have you figured that out?
So my Sonos is so far justifying its price tag. You get what you pays for, Otis.
Yes, Craig, but our ears can't always tell us all the facts, especially outdoors. So next, we're taking our speakers to the lab at Birmingham City University, where Dr. Isla Ali McLaughlin, or Izzy, as he likes to be called, is a senior lecturer.
Hi, Izzy. You're head of acoustics of this fine establishment. And what we're trying to find out is, can we do any scientific tests that can prove the quality of these speakers?
Well, I would start by looking at the frequencies.
He's going to help us put our speakers through a series of professional tests designed to expose flaws in audio performance. And first up is frequency.
Izzy will play a signal through each of our speakers and analyse it using specialist software, which will tell us which has the best range. And first up, in the spotlight, is my Sonos.
You can see from there, it starts to kick in at 40 hertz, and it's going all the way up solidly to 19 kilohertz, and that's not bad at all.
OK.
For the size.
But will my cheaper speaker perform as well?
So the red-coloured one is the Sonos,
Yep.
and the Tribit is in blue. So the Tribit has got a greater range because it starts lower at 30 hertz, but that's something that might be imperceptible to humans. So just because it's got a greater range, it doesn't mean it sounds better. We're losing quite a lot at the top end here, which will be vocal sparkle, so that's your Whitney out the window. By the time we get anywhere near 20 kilohertz, it's down by about 25 decibels, so a lot.
So it's Craig's more expensive Sonos that has a more useful frequency range. Will my Tribit be able to fight back in Izzy's other lab test, distortion?
We're going to turn the volume all the way up, and we'll see if it distorts before we get there.
Good one.
That's a good one.
Yep.
No one likes distorted sound.
OK.
Take it away, Izzy.
In this test, Izzy is playing tone through our speakers, as it's a consistent sound and will ensure a fair result, before measuring how loud the output is using a sound level meter. First up, once again, it's Craig's Sonos, which has 2 digital amplifiers.
So that got to full volume without distorting, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
OK, that's...
Yeah, and we got to
good.
99.5 decibels. That's going to be plenty loud enough for most people.
All right. My speaker comes with 2 12-watt drivers and dual passive radiators to pump out your tunes.
Now the Tribit. See how it performs.
OK.
But will all that gubbins translate well into Izzy's distortion test?
So we had 101.5 decibels.
Yeah, but it was distorting sort of fairly early on.
It was.
But as a conclusive, which one won out of that test? It's got to be the Sonos, hasn't it?
It's got to be the Sonos,
OK.
in terms of sound quality.
So there you have it, OD. The boffin has spoken. The big bucks pay off in the lab, with my Sonos coming out firmly on top and puts it 2-0 up. Hey.
But stay tuned, as later in the show we go backstage at the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire to see how our speakers perform in a state-of-the-art acoustic setting with a piece from the musician's own repertoire.
For the last part of today's challenge, it's time to see if I can humiliate Otis even further as we find out how our speakers perform in a professional music setting.
We've enlisted the help of one of the exceptional string quartets at the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire, whose alumni include Ivor Novello-winning artists, don't you know?
Hey, that was brilliant. Listen, ladies, we're doing a test of Bluetooth speakers. One's really expensive, one's really cheap. We want to see if you can tell the difference. You mind helping us?
Yeah.
We want you to put on some blindfolds, so it will be a blind test, but we'll bring the table to you.
For this definitive high-end listening test, each of our speakers will play back the Mozart Serenade our quartet have just performed.
And the acoustically tuned performance space we're in is the perfect place for our musicians to hear every note.
We're going to hear my speaker first, but we're not going to tell you what it is, OK?
With brand names and price tags out of the equation, the only thing that matters here is how good they sound.
My Sonos has got a nice little trick up its sleeve. It's got a thing called Auto True Play, which adjusts the sound according to the environment that you're in.
The Sonos uses its inbuilt microphone to measure how sound reflects off the walls as soon as you start playing audio, and fine-tunes the speaker to make it sound its best. Or you can do it manually using the EQ on the Sonos app.
OK. Take off your blindfolds, if you will. OK, so what did you think of that sound?
I just think that the bass lines of it could be more prominent.
I thought it was good. It did have a little bit of a tinny kind of quality, but yeah, it was clear.
And over to you, Otis.
That's right. Lacking in bass with a tinny quality, you say? Well, I think you'll find that won't be a problem for my Tribit. Once again, we're playing the same composition by a certain Mr. Mozart, and while my cheaper option might not have auto-tuning and fancy apps, it does have a few things the Sonos doesn't. Because my Tribit has 360-degree sound, I'm hoping to fill this room with more orchestral niceness than his Sonos. Unlike the Sonos, the Tribit's 2 drivers face in opposite directions rather than just the one, for sound on both sides of the speaker.
Question is, does our audience rate Otis's Tribit as highly as my more expensive Sonos?
You may remove your blindfolds.
Let me know what you thought of the speaker you've just listened to.
So I think the sound is very surrounded. And then also when it's quiet, you can hear the delicacy. And then when it's louder, there's a depth in it.
Yeah, I agree that the sound had quite a richness to it, and it seemed the volume was really good.
But which sound did you think overall was the better sound? And hands up for speaker number 1.
Boom! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. It's unanimous. All 4. All 4. I don't need to see that. What a turnaround. My cheapest speaker takes the unanimous approval of the musicians.
Yeah, whatever. You don't know anything. You don't know anything.
Which makes it a close run 2-1 victory to the Sonos overall.
Well, 2-1 to the Sonos, but it was quite surprising. In that rehearsal room,
Very much
the
so.
Tribit sounded better, didn't it?
Yeah, I think just by virtue of the fact the 360 nature of the speaker setup filled the room more.
Yeah. But I'd be interested to find out what you guys think. So, first is the Sonos. And now here is the Tribit. So what do you think?
I think the Sonos does sound better. It has a slightly sort of richer, more expensive sound.
Yes, I agree. The Sonos sounds more polished and refined, but maybe the Tribit just suits strings better.
Ooh, that could well be it. Good point, John.